Pizza time.
Pizza time.
Alex, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well, Ed. I'm doing well. Refreshed, ready to go. How about you?
That's good. I'm okay. I'm good. Nothing, no back stuff this week.
Yeah, didn't throw it out.
Yeah, didn't throw it out. Didn't throw out anything else. Didn't hurt myself in any particular way, thank goodness. But
wonderful news.
So two of us. That's 2 for 3. You know who is not doing so well this week? Again,
Ezra Miller.
Bingo, my friend. What the fuck's going on with your boy? What's going on with your boy?
Whoa.
E Mills, man.
Not my boy. I'm more.
It's not your boy.
Grant Gustin's my dude. Grant Gustin's my dude.
Okay,
we're gonna replace anybody in the Flash.
But goddamn, man, that guy needs to. I mean, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but what the fuck?
Did you read that story? Did you read what he did? He threw a fucking chair at a lady. She has like a half-inch cut. Like, yeah, sure, a half inch is like maybe that much. It's not that,
No, but still, like, right? I mean,
like you can't throw shit at people's head, bro.
It's just getting worse. I mean, this is a classic case of just someone who, I mean, look, granted, maybe he's troubled, whatever, but like, dude, he's just spiraling out of control. I mean, how do you have the Flash movie coming out and you don't give a shit? I mean, clearly he doesn't give a rat's ass.
No,
he doesn't give a rat's ass about the movie. He doesn't care about the studio. He doesn't care about anything.
I'm really concerned about the movie at this point. I really don't know what they're going to do. I feel like they're going to try to say, oh, you know what? We'll wait. We'll just wait it out. We won't say a thing about it. We're not going to release a trailer or anything about it for a long time and hope people forget.
They might push that motherfucker.
They might
push it.
They might recast him. I mean, like, could you imagine that? Could you actually? Because remember, in The Flash, he doesn't play one character. He plays 2 characters. He's the 2 lead characters of the movie.
Yeah, they even showed him in the right. Trailer. They showed that clip in the trailer of him playing those 2 roles.
Yeah. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't envy anyone at WB right now.
Do you know what would be the best move? And I know this knowing not even having watched The Flash. Get Grant Gustin in there.
Oh yeah.
Imagine just give him the thing that everybody wanted from the beginning, and guess what? You got butts and seats. You got butts and seats, my friend.
It's the easiest
a great redemption arc
in the world.
Yes.
I mean, at that point, you would have to probably cancel the TV show because it would be like,
well, it's over, right? Isn't it over?
No, I think it's still going. It's still going.
Oh,
I used to watch it religiously, and I really don't like it anymore.
I thought it was like on the final season or something.
They used to try really hard with the CGI, and then they stopped, and the storylines are really bad. Anyway, but I figured you would have to cancel because remember Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? We're gonna bring that movie up again.
Of
when they go back to the original, the TV show, the suits look so bad and the graphics look so bad.
Oh yeah, when you go back from that TV show, it's like what happened?
You had the big budget movie and then you went back and it was the same continuity. So yeah,
exactly. No, I
can't
agree.
do that. You're gonna have to cancel the show if that happens.
Yeah, I guess so. I thought it was over. So
no, it's still going.
Well, that'd be great. What better way to sustain him than to be like he's going to be the next Flash in the movies, right?
Yeah, I think I would be all for it. You would get my butt in the seat. I mean, our butts are probably in the seat no matter what. But like,
I don't care. I've never seen it, but I mean, I'd watch it. I mean,
you would get so many people. People love Grant Gustin as the Flash. The Arrowverse together is they love the casting of certain characters. They love the Flash. They love Stephen Amell's Green Arrow. They really like Tyler Hoechlin as Superman. So I think that's a brilliant idea.
All right. Well, Ezra Mills, you got to get your shit together, my boy.
Get some help, man. I don't know.
Get some help. I don't know, man. But I mean, it's no reason that like he gets casted in these sort of like troubled roles, but he plays it well.
Not good.
But I really do hope wish him the best. And stop hurting people. Just stop hurting people, my man.
Yeah, you don't threaten people's lives. Don't throw shit at people. Like, just don't. You gotta get it together.
It's just one of those like sad stories because again, it's like, look, I don't know what's going on in his personal life, but like, how are you one of the biggest superhero, like playing one of the biggest superheroes and having one of the biggest movies in that franchise and just don't care unless like, I don't know, is there a WB problem there? I mean, there could be like just management.
Zack Snyder casted him, right?
I'm not 100% sure about that. I'll have to look it up. I don't know.
Showed up first in a Zack Snyder film.
I know. True.
So, I mean, my guess is I don't know. WB and Zack Snyder, the team has not collaborated for a lot of great hits when it comes to casting.
No, not really. The casting's been
Aquaman. Great.
Yeah.
That's about it. Oh, Gal Gadot.
I mean, arguably, Gal Gadot as thing is, you know. Yeah. Do I feel like Gal Gadot, like she could be the only Wonder Woman? Of course not. No, it's not that kind of situation. But she's great. No. I like her.
Yeah, it's not like an Iron Man situation where like, oh, that's the only Iron Man.
Right. No. Right. And so I mean, like, it's Henry Cavill. I still think it was a great casting choice. I think he still plays him really great. I love Henry Cavill so much.
You know what? They've put him to the side so much. I completely forgot he was Superman. So
I know
that's on me. But
yeah, it's weird. The way they handled that franchise has been super weird. Anyways, let's not get too far into that. I just want to talk about Ezra Mills. Hopefully you can get some help, my boy.
I hope so too.
You're a good actor. I like you, but just stop hurting people. Okay. All right, everybody. So we got about a news heavy episode this week, but some good stuff. Really good stuff.
Massive we got stuff.
The biggest one, Thor 4 trailer, baby, is finally here. And the world is seeing eyes
of the bluest skies. Dude, I don't know any more words besides that.
You don't know more a Sweet Child of Mine?
No, I only know like the melody. I mean, I know oh sweet child of mine.
Oh, there you go. All right, okay.
I don't know the rest of it. Anyway.
Okay, that's good. As long as once you heard those little first notes, everyone was like, "Oh shit!" Okay, so Thor 4 trailer. We start with that. To continue with the MCU, we got the Multiverse of Madness news. There's this Bruce Campbell quote floating around about what he said about production on the movie, and some scenes from by Kevin Feige being forced quote unquote by some publications on Sam Raimi. But I want to talk about that really quick, just because I feel like there's some. People are freaking out a little bit, and I don't think they should. So we're gonna quell that a little bit. In other news, Fast X begins production. Fast 10X. This is like the same freaking iPhone shit. When the 10. Stop with that, guys. Just like nobody cares that it's X, but whatever. Fast 10 begins production officially with the whole crew back. We'll get our thoughts on what that is and the official logo. Yeah. Then we got some trailer news other than Thor 4. Lightyear has come out just a few days ago. The newest Disney Pixar film coming out in what is that? July?
In
just
July. A couple months.
The new story. It's an actual. Like
it's the origin story.
It's the origin story of technically the character, but it has nothing to do with Toy Story in a sense. Like
no, nothing
narratively. Okay, so that'll be interesting. And there's a cat. And I honestly, I really hate it, and I'm gonna get into that why. It's fucking, it's killing me. It's killing me, man, with these fucking animals. And then the last bit of news, Netflix had a bad Q1 this year. This is big news this week. I'm sure I've been hearing about it all week.
Yeah.
We'll get into that. They've lost some moolah and maybe some faith. From the investors.
They're about to lose a lot more moolah.
Let's jump right into it. So, Thor 4, my friend, it dropped on Monday early morning.
And
it's always a good damn day when a Marvel trailer hits, doesn't it? On your freaking YouTube stream and your queue, and you're like, let's do it. I'm gonna watch this 17 times before I get up for work.
Exactly.
Let's do it. Isn't that what you do? That's what I do.
Yeah. Oh well. I mean, I'm an early bird, so I'm up at like 6 a.m.
Oh, yeah, you're up at like 6.
I'm just watching in the room alone on repeat. It's fantastic. Right. And then it's great because you get to wait till all the YouTube channels come up with all their Easter egg stuff. Yeah. It's just kind of a fun, nerdy thing to have.
One of the best things to come out, I think, of like the MCU and the Marvel and the nerd stuff recently has been the breakdowns, man. Like there's something about them you just can't help but watch, even though you like they're all more or less the same. And yet you watch all of them. I don't know. You never know. It's brilliant.
That's a wonderful point. They are all more or less the same. And it's all just speculation. Nobody actually knows what the hell is going on. Sometimes we've seen some get like nail it. And then we've seen a lot just completely like everybody was wrong about Endgame. Everyone.
Right.
New rock stars.
That's the good part about it. Yeah. It's when people start to get into their own theories, and then it's like somebody else has a different theory. So that's where it's really fun. But it's really tapped into something, I think, in the nerd zeitgeist, like just keeps feeding our heads. And it's just, it's so fun.
It just makes Marvel everywhere all at once.
I like that. I like that, my friend. Alex, starting strong. Anyways, all right. Thor 4. Right. Thor 4. I'm sure everyone here has seen it. If you haven't seen it, what are you doing? Go watch it. Like, Alex, I want to get your first because you have been starting the last 5, like a month ago. Yeah, with your Thor 4 anxiety. So please tell me your thoughts on Thor 4.
We got the trailer with just about 80 days left till release, and I was happy but also a little disappointed. The trailer did not show anything. There's literally, we saw no action scenes. We saw the coolest scene in the trailer for me is when Thor and Korg are staring over and looking at Falagar the Behemoth. He's the big giant ice monster. He's got blood. It's literally like stripped from a comic book.
Everyone was saying
scene.
It's like literally just a draw, like a live action version of that exact.
Right. And I went and looked it up, and Gore was in that comic book, and like I think Gore kills Falagar, and Thor is saying in the comic book, he's like, this dude, he wrestles black holes for fun. That's how strong he is, and somebody just took him out.
Also, I feel like what's his name again?
Gore?
What's the the big
Falagar,
giant Falagar. I heard somebody say that they were actually really good friends, him and Thor, and so that's when it kind of becomes personal. For Thor.
So,
anyways,
like that was the coolest scene to me. The rest of it was kind of cool. It's just little scenes here and there, just little taste. There's
hold on, you're telling me you're not one of your favorite scenes was seeing those guns. Those Natalie Portman guns.
Oh, you mean the insanely CGI'd guns? Yeah, yeah. She looked great. If she did it on her own, that's great. If it's CGI, I also don't mind.
I bet money it's CGI too. To be honest, it looks like it looks airbrushed.
She's like
contoured.
She's playing Thor. She should look a little bit buffer. I think it's great. So as long as the CGI doesn't look too bad in it, which I'm not afraid it will. But yeah, my overall thoughts is I thought the trailer was fun. It was cool. Didn't show a thing. We didn't even get I was really bummed we didn't get one look at the villain. Christian Bale's villain.
It's a teaser, bro. It's a teaser.
I know it's a teaser.
Full one's coming. We're gonna see Bale in the next one, I bet.
I'm sure. Yeah. But like I did want just a little bit more.
You want a little more, yeah.
Just
considering how close we are.
Yeah, we're 80 days out. Well, at this point, I think we're 75 days out of this movie. Again, we hadn't seen any images, anything.
Nothing. Zero.
So all we got to see was Thor kind of being the same guy he was in Thor Ragnarok.
And I
guess we got to see the Guardians, and that scene was great. I bet you.
Oh yeah, with the face, with
30 minutes. Yeah, not me.
The ones you love. Yeah, that was pretty funny. I like that joke a lot. I like that joke a lot.
So yeah, it was good. It was good. Wasn't great. Like when I was more hyped when I saw the Multiverse of Madness trailer versus this trailer.
Definitely.
So what did you think, Ed?
I'm quite frankly surprised you were more disappointed. Actually, I thought it was for a teaser. I'm looking at it as a teaser, and to be fair, I was disappointed that we just didn't get a full official trailer. I just think this close, just give us the first, the whole trailer,
dude. 2 minutes.
Yeah. But considering we didn't, I went, okay, fine. Since it's a teaser, I think it did great. I'm pretty excited for it. We got a lot. I think we got a lot to chew on. You know, we got Russell Crowe's back as Zeus.
Yeah. He's coming in. He looks a little to Zeus.
Yes. Yeah. Oh boy, look at that. Which I'm excited for. I love Russell Crowe, dude. I like seeing him in roles. The last time I even remember him being in movies, to be honest, is when he showed up in freaking The Mummy as Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. By the way, he would have been a great Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. You didn't like it?
Would have. Oh, I liked his portrayal of of Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Right. I completely forgot that Mummy existed. I kind of erased it from my memory.
Good for you, actually. That's quite a feat.
Never again.
Yeah, no, I hated that movie, but he was great. Like the prospect of him being him, I thought was awesome.
Fun.
I thought, yeah, that was fun. So I have the same reaction here. I'm like, great, he's playing fucking Zeus. He clearly doesn't care about his weight though anymore. He's just like fucking letting it in, letting it fill.
Fuck it,
let it fill in the crevices of that gold armor.
Are you fat shaming Russell Crowe right now?
No, absolutely not. I'm fat as shit. Look at me. I'm loving it. I'm going go for it, my man. Like, dude. keep eating those whatevers.
Whatever Australians eat.
Amazing money away that you've
made
over your career. Vegemite. Oh, no, I hate Vegemite. Vegemite's gross. Tim Tam Slams, baby. Tim Tam Slams. Do you know what a Tim Tam Slam is?
No.
You don't know what a Tim Tam Slam is?
You should be honored that I know what Vegemite is.
I guess so. I don't care. I'm not Australian.
Yeah, what do you? Chris Hemsworth's
Let's
ask
our friend Maud Garrett to see, and she'll judge you.
Yes, we'll see
for that. But dude, Tim Tam Slam. If you ever go to like a world market, it's these chocolate wafers,
like
a small rectangle. Kind of like a Kit Kat. It's similar in a sense. A little more hollow inside. And here's what's great about it being hollow inside. It's a Tim Tam, but the slam part is when you heat up some hot chocolate or some milk or something.
Okay.
Then you take the I'm gonna go close up here. So just pretend you have like a little wafer right here.
Okay.
You bite like one corner up, then you turn it around, bite the other end, the opposite side corner. Then you use it as a fucking straw. You sip up that luscious milk or hot whatever it is. It has to be hot because guess what happens when you sip some in and then you put it all in your mouth? It melts. It all melts. It just all melts in this gorgeous like gush of chocolate. And yeah, it's delicious.
Okay. Tim Tam.
You don't seem interested, but it is delicious.
No, I'm not interested, but maybe it's very good. Maybe it's very good.
It's euphoric, I will say. Euphoric experience. The first time. If you eat a few of those, you got diabetes. But just like one time. just eat one. Don't go crazy. I'm not telling you fucking go to the ER. Just eat one.
If I'm being honest, it's a lot of work for a fucking kick. I mean,
okay, you're not wrong. It takes like 10 minutes to like get.
I gotta pour a glass of milk. Make chocolate milk and heat it up. This ain't
some breakfast. This is not breakfast time or lunch. I'm talking like ending the day, maybe even like after dinner. Like you got nothing else to do. You're about to like watch Netflix or some shit. Like that's when you do this. This is when you slam it up.
Tim Tam Slam.
Tim Tam Slam. Remember that. And when you walk and you see it, you're like, all right, fuck it. Ed said I'll try it. All right,
Steel Trap. I mean, I won't forget it. So we're good.
Okay, back to Thor 4.
Right.
I really enjoyed it. Again, Sweet Child of Mine, bro. Sweet Child of Mine. You got these like real little snippets of Greatest Avenger, him like doing the little P90X workout on that thing.
That was a fantastic scene. Wherever they are, it felt very Goonies like.
Yes. So, that's a good pull. I like that. Yeah, it does. It does feel very Goonies. I like that. The look too.
The whole movie itself feels there's a very 80s vibe from Korg's pants to Thor's shirt and stuff.
Korg's pants. Yeah.
Korg's pants are funny.
Yeah. And I like seeing like Valkyrie's there in her suit as King of Asgard, and just like it shows that there's obviously it hasn't even shown enough yet because we haven't seen that whole side of the gore thing yet or the Natalie Portman stuff.
Yeah, nothing.
And the whole I'm sure there's going to be some multiverse stuff that's going to appear here.
So I have a theory.
Okay, go for it.
I don't think that's our Jane.
Yeah.
I
agree with you.
I think that's a Jane from another multiverse that was able to put back together Mjolnir, and that's why Thor looks so surprised. I mean, he could also look surprised because it is Jane wielding the hammer.
Yeah,
but I feel like he would have felt the power of the hammer coming back together, and I don't think that's our Jane. I think our Jane is in the movie, but I don't think that's her in this moment.
The synopsis, I believe, actually says straight up like Thor is, or like he's surprised, like he's confused. He doesn't understand how she just showed up like that. So there's clearly some mystery as to how she becomes that way. And I would bet money probably has something to do with the multiverse. It may not be from there.
Let's be honest. That's probably why we haven't seen anything from the movie. I'm also, I am excited about the fact that it does look like an adventure movie in the sense that like it's clearly going to be Valkyrie, Korg, Lady Thor. Sorry, I think her real name is the Mighty Thor.
Mighty Thor,
and then Thor on this little adventure to catch Gore, the God Butcher. So I think it's exciting. I don't know. I just wanted a full trailer. I think
I hear you. Particularly for where your level was at when we were getting. I'm like, give the guy the whole trailer, please.
Just give us the whole trailer. Like I'm fucking waiting for this, and then you give me 90 seconds, which 10 seconds are, let's be honest, it was basically 40 seconds of footage because 20 seconds of footage is the staring scene,
right?
And then like you have 5 seconds of Thor running as a kid.
Yeah. Oh, I like that shot too. Though that was a nice
it was a
touch.
cool shot.
I thought it was cute.
Very cool shot.
It was very. It looked very like the Jojo Rabbit-y feels like.
Yeah. I mean, it's Taika, so I got faith in it. So, but yeah, I mean, there's not a lot to break down in it. I think
there isn't. But I will say again, like I liked it because I think to be honest, I end up liking Taika's trailers more than I end up actually liking his movies typically overall.
Yeah.
So the guy knows how to hype us up. So I'm definitely hyped for it. But yeah, I didn't love Thor Ragnarok. I like it a lot, but I don't love it like a lot of people do.
Yeah,
because it's so indulgent of a movie, and I fully expect that here again. So
it could be a good or bad thing. I don't know. We've read some things about this movie not being done, about a little bit, a little bit of back and forth between him and Marvel. Like you can go too self-indulgent. Like there was times in Everything Everywhere All at Once has been the best movie of the year. Still too self-indulgent.
But here's the thing though, besides us, I feel like people respond pretty well to that. Like most of the time when I feel like something's being pretty indulgent, other people don't think so. I'm like, okay.
You might be right.
Most people, in my opinion, like most people just don't seem to think so. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Maybe that's something that just bothers us for some reason. Interesting. Good point.
I think, I don't know. I think it's rightfully so. I think it takes me out of the movie for a second because I'm like, oh, it's diverted from the narrative and I'm just watching Taika Waititi tell a joke in my face and in the context of his own characters. And that's like, okay.
It'll pull me right out. Like if Korg is too front and center for too much of the movie, it'll pull me out.
Right.
I'll be like, okay, I get it. It's a jokey thing. Come on. Next thing.
Yeah. There were even moments in the last movie where I thought Korg was being like, what, okay, this joke is pretty funny, but also what does it have to do with anything? Like, it's really stopping. I mean, I don't know, but people seem to like it. So whatever.
Good point. Yeah. We'll see.
It is what it is.
We will see.
We will see. I think dude, when we see Gore, I think we're going to flip the fuck out. I think it's going to be, I think when we see Christian and we're going to know a little bit more about why he's doing this stuff, which apparently is because the gods like killed his family, right? Or something.
Right. The gods. So like the subtext in the trailer, God, not every God has a plan. Yeah. That has directly to do with Gore. He wants to basically, Gore is upset at the gods for letting his family and his world die. And he's like, he's basically saying that you don't have a plan. You're full of shit. Why should I bow or follow you or anything? So it's like it's that little subtext there that's that hint at Gore in the trailer. That it reminds me a little bit of Batman and the Joker, like that sort of dynamic where it's like this guy just wants chaos. He just doesn't care. And Thor is gonna have to come in and be like, "Yo, my man, stop! Like, we can't do that.
We can't do that, bro." And he's just like, "I don't care for what you say."
Yeah, and Gore he's very formidable. I would love to see Chris Hemsworth lose his arm in this and get his metal arm. I would also lose my shit if Beta Ray Bill shows up.
Beta Ray Bill. Yeah.
It turns into one word as you say it. But
it's hard. Yeah, I had a hard time saying that. Beta Ray Bill. Oh, okay.
I would love if he shows up. Like maybe he's on the adventure too.
He might well.
So fucking fun. But yeah, I'm still excited. I just wanted a full trailer.
You want a full trailer.
That's why it disappointed me.
It's coming. I bet it's. I mean, it might be too soon, but
2 weeks after Multiverse.
I was gonna say it's probably 2 weeks after because they're gonna show this in front of obviously.
Yeah, and then you want Multiverse Madness to sit for a second before releasing the next trailer.
Right,
makes sense.
Or we get the trailer right after the movie. They did it with Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
They could do it here, and I wish they could. I mean, I know that things have to line up, but I almost would rather have the trailer for the next movie than an end credit scene. I mean, in my opinion, like those just excite the shit out of me. I love seeing those because it's it's coming. It's like a complete like.
Yeah, I mean, one end credit scene is enough, and then the trailer for the next movie, I'm in.
Yeah,
because I wouldn't be surprised if they do that for the next things. Like, especially that might be their marketing plan going forward.
It might be.
Until
I'd be down for it.
My guess is until Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, because at that point they'll finally be caught up behind their slate, which was pushed all the way back, and then they can start, a more normal schedule of releasing trailers. But yeah,
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's it. All right.
I wouldn't either. So that's great. Well, Thor 4. There you go. Alex, a little disappointed. Me, fairly happy. Although we both can agree we wanted the full trailer. Yeah. So, and it's coming. I'm sure it's coming soon. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, my friends. Okay, wait a little bit longer, but you got your fill. You got a little bit. You got enough.
Yeah, I got my fill, and then Multiverse of Madness in 2 weeks.
The movie's actually happening. Like they actually shot footage.
yeah. We know it's actually coming out.
Yeah, exactly. All right, moving on to Multiverse of Madness. A little bit of news here. Not necessarily about the film itself, but some behind the scenes that happened this week. Bruce Campbell, who is a good friend, if you're in the know with Sam Raimi and all that, and Evil Dead and everything they've done, Bruce Campbell is a great collaborator and friend of Sam Raimi. He, if you didn't know him, I'm sure you may not know that he plays a role or 3 roles in this original Spider-Man films.
Yeah,
he plays the what do you call it? The announcer in the boxing match in the first one. And he then plays the ticket taker in the second one, and then he plays the French waiter in the third one. And he's just always this great, hilarious cameo. A bit of an extended cameo in those films. And bet money he's probably in this film as well. And I can't wait to see that. Anyway, somewhere. So he's somewhere in there. But he's in the news a little bit lately because he spilled a little bit of behind the scenes on the film about, and I'm going to pull up the article here.
Okay.
He basically gave a little bit of news of the fact that Kevin Feige, there might be some quote unquote studio interference with Multiverse of Madness in the sense that Kevin Feige had asked Sam Raimi to replace some scenes with stuff they've reshot and take out some scenes and put new ones in, blah blah blah. And I want to read the quote here. This comes from comicbookresource.com. So Bruce said in an interview with them, the Marvel guys, they make 8 of these movies at the same time. So they're always updating storylines. So my buddy, Sam Raimi, has had to add scenes that Marvel told him he had to shoot. And he's removed scenes that no longer apply. Okay, so that's the quote. And to be honest, my personal response to that already is like, that's really not a big deal, in my opinion. No. Also, he's not saying, I don't believe he's saying it in any particularly worrisome way or anxiety-ridden way. He's just simply saying, like, he's basically, in my opinion, just explaining a perfectly mundane process of filmmaking. But for some reason, a lot of people were coming to me this week and there's some memes on Facebook saying, like, what does this mean? Like, this means that there's trouble. Like, does this movie suck? Is like, is there studio interference? Blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, hold the phone. Okay, everyone's grouping all of Hollywood execs and how companies deal with it and how they work into one big bag. And what we're forgetting is that Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige do not operate, historically speaking, like any of those other properties do, nor do they have properties like those others do, in the sense that the MCU is one thing that that Kevin has to deal with. I'm not like watering down what he has to do. I'm just saying, like, that's his focus. And so he has a thing that a plan for this franchise, unlike other studios that have tons of IP to worry about. And just like, all I'm saying is it's a different world. This whole thing is a different world, and we shouldn't be lumping all that together, right?
Right.
So in my opinion, all I have to say about this is calm the fuck down. Yeah. Remember that this is an MCU movie about the multiverse, and that all these stories are interconnected, and these things have to happen. And I'm sure they will happen more and more as these interconnected movies come out. You're going to want to change things when come out. Things will change. So please keep your panties together. Right. Everyone, there's nothing to worry about. What is your take on that? And what do you have to say if anybody worried about it?
I mean, like, I think I would, first of all, agree with you. I think the people, they hear that and they immediately go to this thing called, they like this like boogeyman term, studio interference. But the only reason you have that problem or that term is so scary is because you have the absolute shit DC films, or I'm being nice about it. Just kidding. That wasn't very nice. I'm being honest about it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you know, you have these like bad DC films that come out that did have studio interference, like Suicide Squad. The first Suicide Squad had reportedly had 3 different cuts. The Justice League, before Zack Snyder got his chance to make it, had a bunch of different cuts. So like, again, it's just this like scary thing that gets tagged onto something and people get worried. But like, you shoot so much shit for a movie and only like 30% makes it in the movie, first of all. Second, you have to look at the MCU as more of a series, and Kevin Feige is the showrunner. So yeah, sure, Sam Raimi is the director, and he gets to do his vision and what he wants to do with camera tricks and shit like that, and like he gets to make the color style look what he wants it to do. That's what directors get.
That's a beautiful way you put that. I like that.
But you're following the showrunner's creative way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah, I agree. That's what Kevin Feige is. He's the showrunner of the MCU, and he hires great directors to put out great stories, like Taika Waititi, like Sam Raimi, like Nia DaCosta, who gets to go do the Marvels, who's Candyman and had a great movie before that. I can't remember the name of it at the moment. Like Ryan Coogler has done a bunch of great movies, so they get to handle what's inside of the movie. But when it comes to connecting it to the rest of the universe, you're gonna have to follow those rules.
Correct. And he is, again, he is executive producer and he's president of Marvel Studios, but more so, like you just said, he is the showrunner. He has the board, right? He is the coach.
Right.
And they don't treat these like other franchises. It's a very specific thing that we're talking about here, which is the MCU, which has never been done before.
Right.
So this, I think we have to see this in a way different context.
I agree.
And yeah, I think it's important for people. You said it great. Like you have to remember that, Kevin Feige, it's his vision. And at the end of the day, I'm sure, of course he tells them, put your stamp on it. I want it to feel like your style, your movie. Right. However, there are going to be some parts that I'm going to ask of you to play within first, right? Because it's not so much like I want to control your movie. It's I have a responsibility for this world that we're creating together. You're not, and I want you to, and this is him saying, I'm going to worry about that. You worry about your own movie. And so that's how we're going to meet together. And so in some ways, I'm going to have to ask you to maybe change out some stuff to make all those things work. But his responsibility is the larger world, yours is the smaller, and that's where the collaboration happens, right? And so I actually think it's not so much a give and take as it is like an understanding, of that we're all working towards the same goal. So like, if I ask you of something, please know that I'm not trying to interfere with your movie or your style. But I just need to make sure all this other stuff works. And so that's how I think we need to, for this movie particularly, because it is a multiverse jumping point for many of the other movies coming down. And they got to get this right.
I would say for this movie going forward, he's probably going to be a little bit more involved because the multiverse has been opened, because possibilities have been unlocked, essentially. That I do think you'll see more and more of this. You'll see, we're going to reshoots because we have to add this, this, and this, and we have to take out this. But like, I don't think everything you've seen from the movie has looked fucking fantastic. So I don't think you could be like, should we be worried? Like, everything you saw from Suicide Squad didn't look good. Things you saw from Justice League didn't look good in the trailer. Like, this movie, everything looks very, very good. I don't think there's anything to worry about. I'm still very excited. It's just, again, you hear that word studio interference and you get panicked because of the bad rep with studio interference.
I think it's a good lesson to learn too, for those who maybe aren't too versed in like the inner, the behind the scenes of Hollywood. Like, not everything is a blanket statement. Sure, in some certain circumstances, but there are nuances at this point where it's like, it doesn't mean this exact same thing. Like these happen on normal movies too. Like reshoots,
absolutely,
replacement of stuff. That's a completely normal thing for almost every single movie. So
99% of the time, a movie is going to have reshoots.
99%. 99%. So
cool.
No, our stamp is do not worry. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. And yeah, the statement actually was not even like some worried thing. It was just like, yeah, they switched out some scenes. That's what they do. You know?
Yeah, that's what they do.
Also remember again, Sam Raimi and Kevin Feige are friends. They literally have been collaborators for years. They worked together on the original Spider-Man movies together. This is a very symbiotic relationship. Like this is nothing to worry about.
I agree.
Totally or we're wrong. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm pretty sure we're okay. So everybody,
or we're wrong.
Who knows? Who the fuck knows? I don't know them personally, but obviously, I would put my money that everything's fine. All right, let's move on to some some X news, some big X news. Fast 10 or X has officially began production this week with the whole family coming back with some new members. We got an official logo. Maybe I'll throw that up here with some graphics and editing. Look at that. Look at that. I really like the logo though. Do you like the logo? Like with the light. Like I don't know. I thought that was clever.
Yeah. It looked a little to me like a little too spacey to me. But yeah, I think. But maybe that's
some Jason X vibes.
Yeah, actually, that's kind of what I thought about. I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
you just gave me that thought now because you said sci-fi. I'm like, oh fuck, it does look like Jason X. Fuck.
Yeah, so I was like, meh. But yeah, that's that. That's the thing.
Look. I'm not. We have to talk about this, but I'm in the same boat as you, buddy. Like I'm actually not that excited about it because we both absolutely hated F9, and F9 is dude. Even the critics and the audience didn't seem to like love it either. Like that just was a bad movie, dude.
Right?
Just was not good. Was not good. Straight up.
The audience loved F8.
7 and 8. 7 and 8.
They had no problems with those. 7 was hard. You can't really give 7. 7's a hard movie. You have to understand the context of what happened during it. So you can give 7 a pass. But like F8 wasn't great. Fate of the Furious is what it was called, I believe.
Whatever.
And the best parts of F8 were The Rock and Jason Statham. That's why they got a spinoff. Mm-hmm. And then hey, The Rock doesn't come back for F9, and it's really bad. I could not. So to put this into context, I love the Fast and Furious films. Love them. Fast 5 is one of my favorite movies of all time. I could rewatch it all the time.
Preach.
That is a fantastic movie.
Agreed.
It's basically The Italian Job, but in Brazil. It's so fun.
It's so great. Good,
yeah,
it's so good.
But Fast 6 was fun for me as well. I did really like that. And then 7 came out and it went downhill, and then 8, and then it went further downhill. And even though like those 2 movies came out and I still kind of enjoyed them in the theater, I wanted this movie to end so bad in the theater. I was like, when the fuck is this going to end? I can't do it anymore. I can't. We're in space with fucking duct tape right now. We got Tyrese, escaping death somehow, some way. Like Tyrese is screaming. That's like all he does in the movie is scream. Why is Jordana Brewster back for no reason at all?
I would argue why the fuck is Sun Kang back with that stupid, horrible explanation of how he survived that goddamn crash.
I forgot he came back.
You forgot he came back.
That's how bad it was. I completely forgot he came back.
Yeah, I want to forget that he came back. I never wanted people to stay dead, but I just kind of watched. I wish he did.
Yeah,
because that was a stupid fucking. I still can't even explain to you how they explained it. Like I just don't. I don't get it.
So we faked it, but like I took him out of the car before he passed. Wait,
some bullshit like that. Like he knew Mr. Nobody before apparently, and and also honestly, I love Kurt why am I forgetting his name?
Justin Lin?
No. Who plays Mr. Nobody?
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell. Thank you for forgetting his last name.
Yeah, you got it right.
I love Kurt, but I don't like that character at all.
No,
it seems like a parody of like the Men in Black or some shit. I don't know. Like it's just it's terrible. I don't get that organization at all. And he's not. I don't really care for his character. It's so stupid. Right. And so they use him for like plot armor like this. Anyways, yeah, I agree. I couldn't agree with you more on all that. I think we're both fast fans completely. Yes. I love everything. Same thing. I love everything through 6. 7 and 8 suck. 9 is the worst. I could not believe 9 was the worst. But here's the thing. Production on Fast 10, same people. Got all the same crew coming back. And I couldn't, it hurts me more to say that I've now lost a little bit of faith in Justin Lin, who was like my guy.
Yeah.
To do VAF 10. And I'm like, if you're going to give me the same shit, bro, like, I fought for that guy. I fought for ever since they announced him. I fought for like 3 years and be like, this is gonna be the best fucking one yet. It's Justin Lin, baby. He's the one who's gonna bring it back, and then it's just the worst one. I don't understand how that happened.
You and I both will like just die on the hill alone, saying Star Trek Beyond is the best of the reboots.
Probably
that was directed by Justin Lin.
It's a great movie,
and we're probably the only 2 people in the world that'll say that. But anyway, yeah. Everyone's back. Yippee. Some new additions. Brie Larson. She's in it. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Say about her, man. Like, anyways, who else?
Jason Momoa. He's back. Okay. Or, well, I guess he's new.
Unless the story is like, oh, they knew this guy from when he was a baby. They were like fighting in the crib and shit. Like, I don't know.
Bro, you and I both know that's going to be the story.
Hell yeah, they gotta know somebody. It's basic. It's also kind of like the whole thing is like a telenovela action film.
That's like exactly what it is. That's
basically what it is. Because all like family drama, like it has to be tied to family. So fucking A.
Who's back that I'm like really annoyed? Oh, Charlize Theron is back.
Yeah, and I'm why are we making Cypher a thing?
Yeah,
no one cares about her.
Aren't we done?
Why is Cypher? She's not even a big threat. This bitch could not dodge a humongous tanker in a fucking jet plane. Like, move to the right. Move to the right.
But she's alive.
God damn it.
Oh, right. She's flying it on a drone. That's right. She's not actually in the plane.
Yeah, she's not in the plane, but
that's right.
So, yeah,
because of course,
the Bluetooth was bad. That's why she couldn't fucking move in time. All right, sure.
So yeah, all those guys are back. Sung Kang is back. So cool. I'm sure the
kill him again.
What's his name? Donkey Kong. What's his name? I don't know his name.
Sean Boswell.
Oh, Sean. I'm sure Sean's back. Yes.
Donkey Kong. I love that line though. That's a great line.
That whole thing is fantastic.
That movie is so dude. That movie is so underrated.
It was on the other day, and
everyone keeps saying it sucks. It's fantastic.
When fucking Kid Rock comes on the first drag race, and it's the kid from Home Improvement who's probably like 38 in that movie.
He's like a high schooler.
Yeah, a high school student. Yeah. That was also
he was literally in high school when Home Improvement was out.
Right. So, yes.
What the fuck?
But I did like every minute of that film. It makes me laugh so hard.
Yeah. I would implore anyone to rewatch that film because it's get over the fucking act. Yeah, there we go.
Because when
good attitude. Come on.
Sean's friend, don't know his name, Bow Wow.
Yeah.
When his car is revealed and it's the fucking Incredible
Hulk. Yeah.
Like, you cannot just help but laugh at how stupid that is. Yes. It's so great. I really love that film.
That's the thing is that a lot of people think that the film's being serious. It's not. No. It absolutely knows that all this is. It's trying to entertain the fuck out of you. Like, that's exactly. Right. Yeah, and honestly, the worst part about the movie, for sure, straight up, is the acting.
Oh yeah.
Get over the acting. Like, yeah, that's it could have been better acted. It could have. But again, they had $5. Who are you gonna get? Whatever.
Yeah,
Donkey Kong. So, but it worked.
But anyway, yeah. I'm not really excited about Fast X. Obviously, I've given my money to every single Fast and Furious film. I'll give my money to this.
Of course.
And I'll give my money to this because I already guarantee you the trailer's going to be a fucking banger. We know that. It's going to be 4 minutes long. It's going to be
fucking fire, baby.
And we know for a fact it's going to come out in January, right before the Super Bowl. I already know when it's coming out because every Fast movie gets released right then and there.
Yeah.
Like, the trailer is so big for this movie, the trailer release. They had like a fucking I was gonna say rave, but that's definitely not a thing anymore. They had like a concert down in a live concert down in Miami to release.
Did they? I didn't even know
Fast
that.
9. Yeah,
that's freaking great. Actually, it's been a thing since F7. I went to the F7 trailer premiere. Mm-hmm. And that's my first time going to the trailer premiere. I was like, I didn't know that we had trailer premieres. Like people were going crazy for trailer premieres. Yeah. So wow, they had a concert. Okay.
So yeah, I'm excited. Not really, but I'm excited for the trailer. I hope the movie's better. I still have some faith in Justin Lin. They got to bring it back somehow. They got to reground it.
Yeah.
They can't be really going into fucking space.
I hope they do. I really hope they learned from the last movie. Like, look,
we went too far.
You went too far. Like, apparently there is a bar.
Yeah.
And you went too far. We know Justin can do great films. So, like, I will always have Justin's good graces. Like, I know he can do a better film. I'm sure this was like a universal thing. They were like, we got to keep going now. You got to keep taking higher instead of like, retracting. Yeah. But I really hope they do. I really hope they retract in some way. Like, I think there's a good balance you can find there. Because we just, at the end of the day, we just want a good movie and like not some bullshit like that. Like this, everyone started feeling it. Like, okay, we don't like it when you pander to us this much. Like this is too much, bro. Too much.
I don't need to see Dom Toretto take on 40 guys. Like he's not fucking Thor.
By the way, the best part of the movie was like I like the flashback scenes with Jacob. Like all that was actually really good to me.
Kind of worked.
It cared about actually making sure this makes fucking sense, and I like the look of that. Like it was good. I like that stuff, but then it didn't matter. So
I don't know if John Cena is back. I'm sure they're not going to reveal that. They'll reveal it in the trailer and any other big surprises they have. But I do hope they do, to connect this back to Thor Ragnarok, which is funny. I do hope they do that with his character and make him more funny and more open.
Sure.
And he's not the serious John Cena, just like the Thor was a serious Thor through basically Avengers Age of Ultron. And then his character basically got completely rebooted in Thor Ragnarok. And I hope they do that with John Cena, because John Cena is a great actor and he does shine in a more comedic action role. And it'll help elevate the movie a little bit more, I think.
No, I 100% agree. I mean, first of all, Peacemaker did bonkers and completely showed where his range is. And I think it was a narrative thing though. Like he's the villain, so it's like he's not. But now that he's part of the family, they'll do jokes with him and he'll laugh or whatever.
Yeah, I hope so.
I'm sure he'll be better.
We'll see. But it.
Also, he just did not. I mean, it's hard to. No one's. I don't think even Jason Momoa, man. I don't know if anyone's gonna outshine The Rock. Like. God damn it.
That's the thing. Like when you unfortunately lost Paul Walker, you lost a lot of the heart of the film. That's when you just can't deny it.
Yeah.
And when The Rock came back, he can bring a bit of the heart, but he just brings this like charisma. That's what you need.
Right.
And like the charisma that Vin Diesel doesn't bring, and he really does elevate the film. I do think Jason Statham will be in this movie. I don't think The Rock is going to be in it.
No.
They're over it.
No.
I mean, look,
dude, did you see that little squabble they had where they almost made up? Like, they're done.
It could all be a show. I mean, it could all be a show. And then next thing you know, boom, there he is in the trailer. But I don't think he's going to be.
I mean, it would be a great story. Like, obviously that would get my ass in the seat.
Yeah,
but I think it's true. I think
it's true.
They're
too.
done. I don't think he has any intention of doing that, because that was pretty bad, man. And and I do feel like Vin likes to put out this persona that he's a good guy, and he is a good guy. I'm sure he is a great guy.
I've met him twice. He's been very nice to me. He was super late to the thing, but other than that, it didn't really it didn't bug me. He apologized for being late.
Right.
And he was very cordial with me. I mean, he didn't and again, I've met a lot of these celebrities. You have too, meeting, doing scene breakdowns and other things. And, I've only met like 2 or 3 bad ones. I'm not going to name names because I don't need to do that. But like most of them have been incredibly nice and incredibly cordial. So
I agree with you. I've said the same thing to everybody. I'm like, most of the stars I meet are actually pretty good. They're nice. Yeah. Like rare. Nice. It's pretty, I would say it's rare that I find someone who's just puts me the wrong way, like rubs me the wrong way. It's very rare. Yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever happened in that squabble, I'm not sure what's going on. I do feel though that perhaps that Vin felt a little bit like, because The Rock came in and perhaps that the shift started to become that like, oh man, The Rock is fucking seems to be like he is the key for this to make money, and he started being less the key.
Yeah.
And that he probably needed Brian or Paul Walker more than maybe he thought.
Yeah,
that he got kind of worried. Like, oh, okay, like I don't know. Anyways, I don't. That's speculation.
Yeah, let's let this. I mean, we'll have Fast 10 next year. We'll have
Fast 11. We have one more.
I think the year after or 6 months after. I don't know. I know they're shooting back to back. I don't know when the release is though.
I don't know. Pretty close though. They usually do. It's probably a year after or something. I would imagine.
And then like let's let it reboot. Let's let it sit for 5 years.
Oh, they're for sure gonna do something
and then
else.
Reboot.
Yeah.
Oh, just like Universal came out and said, "Oh, we're not gonna do any more Jurassic Worlds for a little bit." Like they could only even say then for a little bit. Because they don't have any superheroes.
No, they don't. They don't.
They don't have franchises. Their big franchises are Fast and Furious and Jurassic Park.
Yeah, and I think one of their mistakes was thinking that they should make these characters superheroes, right? Like you don't need that, man. Like you didn't need that. You had a good thing going on here, and you thought you had to do that, and you didn't. I just want a freaking Tokyo Drift 2. God damn it, we've been aching for a Tokyo Drift 2. I mean, we can't do it. I mean, maybe we could, but
Tokyo Drift.
I just been wanting Tokyo Drift 2 this
That'd be great.
Time. Anyways, also they missed an opportunity to play that song again because basically the theme song of that movie, and they didn't play it at all when like Sean was there. They also shat on all those characters. Like they reduced them to like being scientists or some shit. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? Like they went. Where were they in Germany or something? Like you think they were there just making rockets?
You're saying they were also like secret agents working for Mr. Nobody, weren't they?
Oh fuck, man! I don't know. Sure, I don't know.
Wait, but it's funny that I just want to say something because it's really funny that you said they reduced their characters to being scientists. They were a bunch of street racers breaking the law, dude. And now they've been reduced to scientists.
Well, in our eyes, dude, I don't want them sciencing shit up. I want them drifting in fucking Tokyo, almost going into Shibuya, fucking almost hitting a bunch of I want that.
I want heard in my life,
dude.
Okay,
I don't know. I expected them to be in the cars next to them. That's what I'm saying. Not.
I agree.
With their freaking little Lego freaking technicals,
it was weird.
Flying a drone shit hanging on us. Like, I don't want that. What the fuck is that?
I will say one positive thing about F9. Justin Lin did do, and going forward, he does do action very well.
Yeah, of course.
The car scenes all looked real. Like none of that stuff looked fake. Like, and it's very CGI on a car is very hard, and doing that car shit, like blowing that stuff up, is very expensive. Like I've seen a lot of people get very angry as why does this car look fake? Well, because that shit's expensive, dude. Yeah. Like I don't think you understand. You can't actually like it's not just crashing the car. It's weeks and weeks of preparation and the right hire. Like it's a whole thing.
It's also like any movie that requires a car, like you will have to order at least like 3 or 4 of that car alone, right? You have the picture car,
have to do multiple takes
just for the to look nice, and then you got to do 4 of those cars for other things. Like it is expensive. It's very expensive.
Like because I saw something this week. Somebody was comparing the car scene in Hawkeye, where the car is clearly fake, to the Batman chase scene, and I was like, first of all, Hawkeye's total budget was $40 million for the show.
Yo, what the fuck?
Second, Batman's budget was over $200 million. Like
they paid $40 million for that sequence alone.
Yeah, exactly. You can't compare the two. That's not like come on.
It's not even in the same freaking universe as each other.
Yeah, you can't. Come on. So
that's a ridiculous comparison.
One thing that's great is he does do action very well, and even in the action in this, it was cool at times.
I thought my favorite part was when they threw that car at that dude standing on top of the car.
Oh, that was
sick. That was by far the best thing of that. I was like,
that whole magnet chase scene. I don't know who came up with that or how he did that. That was cool shit, man.
Yeah, great idea.
Because he actually did it. He actually shot cars everywhere, which is insane to think about. But right.
But I also wish that it was. Yeah, it was just surrounded by better story, right? What makes the Fast 5 bank vault chase so iconic and ridiculous is the fact, one, it's ridiculous. 2, it's like that's what they need to do. Like that is tied directly into the story of like you want them to get that done. This felt like a gimmick a little bit more because it's like magnets. Okay, magnets, because that's a cool thing to do.
You're right. What does it actually have to do with the fucking story? Nothing. No.
It's just a cool thing to do. Like, and it
was. I can't
was.
even tell you anything about the story. Is it still that God's Eye thing that they found in 7?
Dude, I don't know. I forget, dude.
Everything that they have discovered or they did in 7, 8, and 9, they need to just forget. Cypher, God's Eye, all that stuff. Mr. Nobody, no. Just go back to doing one mission. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Next topic.
No, we're done. Like, this is. We'll see what happens. I'm not excited. We'll see. We're gonna see it. I'm not. I've wasted. My tank is empty on hype for that. So it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. All right. Moving on to the next topic, really quick. Lightyear trailer came out this week. New Disney Pixar's newest movie. It follows the space cadet that we followed that we've known since we've all been babies. Right. Partner of Woody, but now he has his own movie, and it's supposedly going to be a origin story, obviously, for the Ranger, and not tied to Toy Story itself. It's literally like as if we're watching, I guess, the cartoon that they were of.
I think this is what the toy is based on. Like it's this real.
All right, there you go. Yeah, sure. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah, and that came out voiced by none other than Captain America himself. I was gonna say Ryan Reynolds. Chris Evans. I don't know why I was gonna say Ryan Reynolds. Whoops. Anyways, voiced by Chris Evans, and I couldn't care less, I guess. What do you feel about it? I don't know.
I was very excited about the film because I'm a big Buzz Lightyear fan.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah. Massive. I have in boxes in my mom's garage. I still have
no shit, dude. I
Buzz Lightyear toys. Yeah, I have like 8 different variants of Buzz Lightyear, an all blue one, his original uniform. I have an all gold one that was like some sort of like anniversary. Yeah, I mean when I have a house eventually, I'll probably put him out or something. What?
The way you're so nonchalant about this, like I had no clue you were that big of a fan of Buzz Lightyear.
I loved Buzz Lightyear. That dude, he was my dude growing up, man. I really hated the way. And hot take, Toy Story 4. The way they treated Buzz Lightyear in that movie was absolutely trash. Like they made him just this idiotic thing out of nowhere. I just couldn't believe it.
You're not wrong, my friend.
Like, here's this guy who's this best friend with Woody and his counterpart, and then you just make him this dumb dude who doesn't know how to do anything. Like,
it's pretty clear they didn't have. He was not part of the main story. Yeah. Like they didn't have a space for him. In that story.
I enjoyed parts of
4,
but I really don't think they should have ever made that movie.
I think we need to talk about this another day.
Yeah,
my friend.
I think it was a total money grab by Pixar and Disney.
I believe that completely. Yes, 100%.
Like, the way they treated Buzz Lightyear, it was absolutely terrible.
I'm dead surprised you didn't want to talk about this, or maybe it's because you don't want to see it.
I was excited for the film, and then it came out. The newest trailer came out. And it just feels very underwhelming. I don't know what it is about. There was nothing about the trailer that was exciting to me. And like, maybe it's because I'm 30 and I'm an adult now, but I still get excited for, when I first clicked on the Love and Thunder trailer, I got excited because my buddy Wade had sent it to me, and there was like a bunch of exclamation points in the text before I had seen it. Because I was driving to work and I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh fuck, I gotta get there quick. I saw it, I was really excited. And then I saw the Buzz Lightyear trailer or the Lightyear trailer, and nothing, no feelings. And I don't know if it was because if it's like a residual thing from how bad the taste Toy Story 4 left in my mouth with Buzz Lightyear, or if that I don't know. Chris Evans' voice, it doesn't sound like he's trying too hard.
I actually don't really feel like it's a great fit, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think it's a great fit. Like, I
don't get it.
Here's the thing. Like, if we go back, we'll call it the Solo conundrum, right? When you recast Han Solo,
I like that.
It's hard to sell. It's very hard to sell because it's not Harrison Ford.
It's Harrison Ford.
Yeah. This voice has been Tim Allen everywhere you go. Like, I was on fucking I was at Disneyland this week when I went on Toy Story Mania. That's what the ride's called? Yeah, yes, Toy Story Mania, where you shoot this stuff.
That's great.
That ride's future, super fun. Second time in a row, I've beaten my future wife.
Jesus Christ. Oh, I thought you said you beat your own score. I've been like, God damn, bro.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm getting better.
Chill pill. Oh my
God.
All right.
So, but it's Tim Allen's voice in the ride. It's everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he is Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah. So, and I do understand the decision to not have Tim Allen in the origin story because, this is actually the real life version versus the toy. Sure, I get that. But I would have tried to find a voice that was closer. I don't know.
Dude, straight up, I think it was a mistake. I think they just get Tim Allen.
Tim Allen.
I think just get Tim Allen. It doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. Like, what is the reason you needed to change his voice? He is the Buzz Lightyear represented from that time. So, and all the toys have his voice.
Right.
Like, I just don't get it. I don't
even my toys from the 90s have his voice. So like, it's just weird to me that he's not the voice. And again, I'm not convinced with Chris Evans' voice yet. It does feel like a Beyonce in The Lion King, where she called in her lines clearly.
Oh God.
And it was just like Beyonce's in the film so more people would go see it, which, I mean, it worked. And more people are going to go see this because it is Chris Evans. But yeah, I don't know. The trailer did not do anything for me. It does kind of feel like he's a side character in his own movie.
Oh boy, we'll go with who? Like against who, or just in general?
Against the girl that's in the trailer. It feels like it's her story.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who it is either.
I wouldn't be surprised if they like basically did a catch, like what do you call it? Catch 22? No, where they basically like switch that on you, and it's like her story and not really his or whatever. I don't know.
I can guarantee you that might be it. Which again, like, it's Buzz Lightyear. Just give him a cool action event. Like you had that cool series.
Oh yeah, like the animated series.
Yeah,
with the Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, the guy that voiced him in that was the dude. Was Putty from Seinfeld. You know who I'm talking about? Patrick.
No, I actually don't know.
Wormbum, something like that. Doesn't matter. I was very unimpressed with the trailer, and I was like kind of a little bummed because again, I am a big Buzz Lightyear fan. I was very excited for this movie. I don't know. The trailer just didn't do it for me. There was nothing exciting about it. So I'm gonna go see it. Funny enough, I do wish it kind of came out on Disney Plus now, so I didn't have to pay for it. The trailer just didn't do anything for me. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see the movie or see, like, they're gonna have to release a couple scenes. I know Turning Red looked really fun. Luca looked really fun. Raya looked badass. All these Disney movies, animated movies that have come out, have looked really cool. Like the newest one from Illumination or DreamWorks or something. The Bad Guys.
Which one? Oh, The Bad Guys. Yeah.
Even I can say, wow, that animation looks cool. Looks fun. Yeah. So it's not an animation thing for me either. So yeah, I don't know. I'm a little, I'm bummed, but yeah, I was a big Buzz Lightyear fan growing up.
I'm just really happy I asked you now, because like, I mean, I like Buzz Lightyear, but I wasn't like, you're a fan. Like, so as a fan disappointed you, huh? Okay. Well, then
dude, man.
Shit, man. I don't know what else to tell anybody who needed more to know about that trailer. Well, it disappointed like the biggest Buzz Lightyear fan I know now. So that sucks.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the only, I fucking loved Buzz Lightyear as a kid.
Even as a casual fan of Buzz Lightyear,
yeah.
I really had no response to this for pretty much. Mm-hmm. I think a big one, just talking to you, I was like, I think the big one is that it's not Tim Allen. Like I really I connect those two things together. I feel like I would have been more excited if it was Tim Allen, just to see him again. I mean,
I would be too,
look, we get it. We get it why they got Chris Evans, right? Because he's a more bankable star. You see his name on the poster, like nobody knows Tim Allen. Nobody knows Tim Allen. But at the same time, you're forgetting the huge fan base knows Tim Allen as a child. Like, so what's the problem? Like, it's such I don't know.
I think it's going to be clear that this movie is going to be marketed toward the youngest audience that hasn't seen the Toy Story films.
I guess
that won't go. It's weird.
Like, why? Again, I don't know.
We're going to patent that or trademark that. The Solo conundrum.
I love that name, Solo conundrum. You know, that sounds like an episode of Star Trek. So
cool. And it could end up like Solo, dude. It could end up like it's a fun film that nobody actually watches. As far as
I was concerned, no one's hyped about it. Like no one's talking about. Remember the Lightyear film coming out? Like no one's talking about it. Right. And then there's another thing about it that I just I want to punch someone at Pixar. That fucking cat. I'm done with the sidekick, the pet sidekicks. Stop. Stop. I'm done. It was cute the first 30 times you did it, Pixar, but I'm done. And then we've had cats now. We have a cat in the MCU. Like, of course the damn thing's cute. I get it, but I'm just so tired. Like, really? Again, the pet sidekick? Something else, Pixar. Like, let's get something else here. Like, I don't have a solution. Granted.
I mean, there's no pet sidekick in Turning Red, and it works out fine.
But she is the pet too. Like, she is the animal.
That's a good point.
That's all I'm saying, man. Like, can't get off this crutch of the pet sidekick shit. I'm so
I agree.
It's to sell toys. I get it, but fuck me, man. Like, I'm done. It's the fact that the cat has so many words in the trailer. We're gonna get a lot of that thing.
It's weird that it's like a therapeutic cat. Oh, I guarantee you go to. Do Disney stores still exist? Walmart, Target, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, they do. They
buy
do.
Toys.
We have one here in Sherman Oaks. Yeah.
Okay, well, you go to one of those, like, you go to a store to buy a toy. I don't know, man. Or something like that, right? And you're gonna see in these aisles, it's just gonna be these yellow cats that can talk.
Yeah. No. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what we're gonna see.
Yeah.
There's all aisles full of that goddamn cat, and I'm just so tired of that trope, man. I'm just so tired of that trope. Like, Pixar needs to think of something else. We're done. Yeah. I'm done. Our kids aren't.
It's not great. But hey,
it's cringe now for me.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Again, I think Chris Evans is a great actor, and I'm not sold on his voice. I would have gone with somebody else with a closer voice, or Tim Allen. But I feel like Josh Brolin would do a really great job.
Josh, maybe,
yeah.
I mean, he mimicked the shit out of Tommy Lee Jones, man.
That's the best part of MIB.
That might have been the greatest.
You see him and you go, "Oh my god, that's him! That's him!
Him younger, like that's him younger. Yeah. Like that was he could have been nominated for a fucking Oscar for that. I'd have been like, yeah."
I'll rewatch that movie solely based on that.
100%. First of all, the third one is better than the second one in general, so I'll definitely watch.
Most people don't. Yeah, I don't think anyone like mainstream would agree with that. But yeah,
maybe not.
It is better.
I definitely think the third one's better. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. The second one's anyways. Okay, so Lightyear, that's coming soon. Hopefully, that ends up being better than we think so. But to the last piece of news and to wrap up the episode today, we got to talk about this humongous. I don't know what to call it. A little bit of a stall with Netflix, reported by the New York Times, at least before I'm getting it. So Netflix apparently this week lost 200,000 subscribers. Yeah. And on top of that, went down 35% in its market share, and also lost like $50 billion as well in its market.
Yeah. So
I'm like, whoa.
It's not to cut you off. You're still going through the news.
Keep going.
But it's like that's incredibly important for a company like Netflix. Netflix doesn't work like other studios.
No,
Netflix gets its money because it's valued so high.
It also wasn't a studio before,
right? Disney's making money from their theme parks. Universal's making money from their theme parks. Warner Bros has a bunch of sports deals and other things that they're making money from. Netflix isn't really making money besides the subscription. That's about it.
No,
but they spend a shit ton of money on a lot of stuff. So to lose the valuation like that, you lost 35% in your stock, but you also lost $50 billion in value. That's a massive blow. So go ahead and continue.
Massive. No, that's that's great point. All great points.
Can't understate how massive that is to them.
This is that to be said. All this news, Netflix is not going anywhere anytime soon. That being said, I think it has a greater implication on streaming in general, and that it's not some easy cash cow that we figured out.
Not anymore.
This is a big red flag for streaming in general. And just a little bit more backstory on this, a little bit too, is that the company has come back to say, this happened. They're handling it pretty well in terms of their in terms of their PR. They're saying that it's in large part due to macroeconomics, which includes the Ukraine situation, and that they basically cut off Netflix for all Russians.
Russia,
which I believe I'm not sure if it's in this. I saw it in a different article that was probably like 700,000 subscriptions in and of itself. So
wow,
that's something.
It's a lot.
They also do put it in part to their new policy about sharing, password sharing, which I victim. I do that with my own family. I believe like 5 of my. I mean, we're a Filipino family, and Filipinos discount or free.
It's okay. So my mom is on every single one of my subscriptions. She has my Prime. She has my Netflix.
It's not a secret. Okay. Netflix knows this too, and so exactly why they're boasting up to that. It's like, they were sharing, and we're not going to do that anymore.
We're cracking down now.
We're cracking down on it, and so it's stuff like that they've arose this to, and those make sense. But so in all our news, like they're not worried about. No one's really at least showing they're worried about it. That being said, again, it is just wow. Who knew that was going to happen? Like that is a lot of subscribers to lose. Right. And to be frank, it also again the HBO Max, Apple TV Plus. These subscriptions actually are rising. Like they've only bolstered of their whole subscriber base and the quality particularly of their stuff. While Netflix, I think in recent years, a lot of people can kind of say.
It's kind of taking a dip.
It's taking a dip. I feel like the quality of most of their shows, and this is relative to how much they're actually putting out, most of their shows are whatever. Like no one is really asking for them. They'll have some gold stuff, with like Squid Games recently, and some of their shows do pretty well, and they're kind of known to be a pretty good anime and Korean base for like stuff like that. But at the large, when we're talking about the big end of stuff, the millions and billions of dollars they're spending on movies and their big shows, and to see that this didn't really pay off. That is a big hit to them. It's worrisome on a larger scale, and so it just goes to show, Netflix is not bulletproof here, and they are, however, by far still the largest subscriber base out of all the streaming services at like 200 million subscribers or something like that.
Yeah, so
they're still big.
Yeah, they're big.
They're still the biggest in the game.
Worried,
they're not worried yet, but it is something to be worried about, and I'm sure they're already projected it and that they're gonna fix it. But wow, what a loss! So what do you have to say else about that?
I mean, for starters, I'm not surprised. Another thing that they said that you didn't mention is that they did hike their prices up to $20 a month. That's a lot of money.
I winced. I was like,
I said, I don't know. And look, HBO Max is $16.99 a month. So, $15.99 a month. So 16, yeah. So it's $16 a month.
Yeah.
But HBO Max, you're getting the Batman streaming on HBO Max already.
Yeah, it's great.
And the quality of HBO Max shows has consistently been this, where the quality of Netflix shows are, it's a bit more of a roller coaster.
You're seeing the disparity now between how these experienced studios who've been doing this for ages, and how they're spending their money on smaller but higher quality, while Netflix is like throwing more money at not so great stuff. It's like
so
now you're seeing it.
That's super important thing to remember.
Yes.
Also, they also said that they're going to lose another 2 million probably before the end of the year subscribers. That's a lot.
No, actually, I think they said they were going to lose 2 million in July, like up to July, April to July.
Oh,
which is that's what I think I saw.
It's bad. It's bad news. But it's not the most surprising thing. You raised your prices to $20. You're gonna stop locking down on password sharing, which that means more and more people are just gonna stop subscribing.
Subscribing.
And then when you go up against the other streaming services, Disney's $7.99 a month. Apple TV Plus is putting out banger after banger after fucking banger of TV shows.
I agree.
Right? Everyone's telling us about Servant. Everyone's telling Severance.
Ted Lasso.
They did a musical one that was so funny and stupid with Keegan-Michael Key that I highly recommend.
Slow Horses, I heard, is really good. Is it Slow Horses? Yeah.
Not to mention Coda.
Really good. Yeah, Coda. Yeah, they just won. They won. That's a big one. Netflix has been gunning for the Best Picture win, and they can't get it. And here we go. Coda, like one of their first tries. Apple TV, and by the way, Apple TV was not a content maker either before, and now they just got their freaking best Oscar.
But again,
best
like
picture.
You can essentially look at Apple TV Plus as a write-off for Apple because they have so much cash. You know,
of course, yeah.
So
that's
like
nothing to them.
Apple TV Plus is $4.99 and it can stay at that price point.
Yes,
Disney's $7.99 stays at that price point. For like $13.99, you can combine Hulu and ESPN into that.
Right.
Warner Bros. So HBO Max, they just partnered with Discovery. All that Discovery Plus is $5.99. It's going to get blanketed all into HBO Max. So all that content,
you're going to get all that
documentaries, those food shows, it's all going into HBO Max. And then Paramount Plus they've got that like Tyler Sheridan, they've got their corner, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know how Netflix is able to keep up and not continue to lose. It's going to be incredibly challenging for them for the next couple of years.
It's rough. It's going to be rough for them. They have to really reevaluate their things. And to be fair, they've already talked about doing side revenue. You mentioned before, they only have basically one piece of revenue right now, and that's subscription based. So, and they know that. So they're actually trying to get into like the gaming business. They're looking for these sort of side revenues to get other places because they know that this is not going to sustain. They've also mentioned I forget what his name is from the article, but they've also looked into doing a tier-based system, a further tier-based system that it's like ad supported.
With ads.
They were historically known to not ever want to do ad support. But now they're starting to see that they might have to do so they can bring their subscription price down. And granted, I would agree with that. If you can bring that 20, like I think 4K is 25. Is it? Is 4K 20 or 25?
I think 4K is 25.
Yeah, I think it's 25.
Because I stopped doing 4K. I was like,
you did?
No.
Yeah, no, I'm still on it. And dude, that's killer. That's starting to get killer. Because before it was a great deal. It was like $15 or something, or $20.
Right.
And like, now it's like 25. I'm like, fuck, dude. That's
a big chunk of change for people, especially if you start locking down passwords, because like, the world rent's going up. A gallon of milk like gas fucking bucks. Gas is
like going to fucking Mars.
So it's a lot of money to ask people to spend when they can say, well, I can watch most of the stuff on Disney, or I can just watch this or that. So
I would agree.
It's a rough time to be Netflix, but I feel like Netflix had to know this was coming.
Yes,
these studios, when the studios figured out that the future was streaming, like they had to go, fuck. We gotta get some good stuff out here,
and they did it.
Netflix still does have good stuff, but it's not the most surprising news.
I think they're gonna have to start. I think they need to start spending less. Like one of them is they got to stop pushing so much money into like a multitude of content because it's just not working.
They spent $225 million on Red Notice. So. $225 million in Red Notice. Put that in perspective. The Eternals cost Marvel $185 million. It still went on to gross $300 to $400 something million.
Yeah, sure, of course.
So it wasn't it didn't do what you hope Marvel movies
banger numbers, yeah.
But it regrossed its budget. Didn't cost them anything.
Right.
They didn't lose any money.
Right.
That's $225 million. Most of it's lost.
Yes. Yes.
You're not getting like that's a big thing. Like
it's not sustainable. Like it's pretty clear that whole thing is not going to be sustainable for Netflix. And so they're going to have to think of a new way.
Yes.
And that is really just take it back a notch, man.
Yeah.
You got to understand that people are really not watching these like very obscure productions you just put out randomly. And quite frankly, here's another thing. Their marketing is not. They don't have the kind of marketing power like these other studios have either. And so I would argue that their marketing is not doing a great job of putting these out, because half the time I don't even know what the hell they even put out. I just see it on the queue. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, I didn't know that was making that. I don't even know what it is.
There's not like a big push. Like, but again, that does cost a lot of money. Like
it does. It costs a lot of money.
Disney plays those publicists and those marketers to, push out the name of this
best
show
in the world,
or this. Yeah. Like, hey, guess what? We've worked in it. We'll get an email saying,
we see it all the time.
So-and-so trailer coming Monday. But so the whole team, everybody at like Rotten Tomatoes will be ready for the trailer to come. It'll be uploaded. It'll be posted about on social media. It's everywhere. And like picture that, but going out to every publication everywhere. So it's not just, it's not just Netflix releasing a trailer. It's Marvel Studios releasing a trailer, but also Rotten Tomatoes releasing the trailer, Fandango releasing the trailer, Entertainment Weekly,
everywhere.
Total Film, IGN. It's everywhere. They don't do that.
No, they don't.
I mean, I think they do that for like Stranger Things, but that's an exception that you get.
Yeah. They just, again, I think it's a matter of reallocation of those funds.
Yeah,
and they really need to start putting more into their marketing. I think they should, hold back on your shows, put it more, and they need to basically kind of start to operate more like a studio really would, a traditional way, because I don't know if they're now leading the pack of this sort of new innovative way of
I would say it's
sharing
right
content.
Now it's all, I think it's all on the shoulders of HBO Max and Disney Plus.
Sure. I agree.
I think Apple TV Plus is kind of right behind them.
It's right behind.
But they're a dark horse still. People,
sure, yeah.
A lot of people still won't subscribe.
Big year for them. Like they've impressed everyone. They're like, okay,
yeah,
you're in here.
Shit.
We see you. We see you. At first, we were like, I don't know what is C. Jason Momoa. Oh, that was weird. That's a weird one. I don't know about that one. But now they got a good catalog.
Whoa,
Ted Lasso is great. I love that show. They got some good stuff now. So,
dude, So, I just don't, and like, again, people will probably go, oh, what about Paramount Plus? These streaming services also offer NFL football. They offer UEFA Champions League soccer. You can watch World Cup qualifying and World Cup on these streaming services. You can't do that on Netflix.
You can't do that on Netflix. You can't.
So like for me, I'm a big sports fan. If I don't have cable, I'll pay $7.99 a month to watch NFL, to watch the UEFA Champions League. $7.99 a month. And then on top of it, Paramount made the great decision to release their movies 25 to 30 days after theatrical release.
Right.
So if for some reason I can't get out to see Top Gun in a theater, which I'm going to,
of course,
I can still 30 days later I can watch it on Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
You know.
They're this conundrum that they're in. I don't know.
It's a really tough conundrum because I know you say stop shooting stuff as much, but they kind of can't because they're losing library after library.
I agree. No, it's true. It's you're right. They
gotta build their library. So
they don't have that, right? They're not a studio. Mm-hmm. They don't have control over this IP. That they can't just say I'm pulling. Look what happened to the Marvel shows on Netflix. They pulled them all and put them on Disney Plus. They're literally taking their shit back.
Right.
Oh no.
It's bad. It's bad.
And the more and more these companies start to realize, oh yeah, we don't need you. Like the Dark Knight's on there right now. They don't need that eventually. Like, put on ours. Like,
and the Dark Knight's on there because you paid Warner Bros. A bunch of money to put it on there.
Exactly.
So you're gonna have to stop doing that. I don't know. It's a tough place to be. So
it's a tough place to be. It's not gonna be. I don't think it's gonna have any big implication on them anytime soon. But it just shows they're gonna have to do something. They're not out of the jungle. They're on their toes. They're on their toes, and they got to do something.
It's adapt or die. You don't want them to go the way of Kodak.
Yeah, no, yeah. Whoa, code. Oh my God, good pull. Yeah, man, we could talk about that. That's a whole other thing.
Basically started it.
Yes,
and then refused to adapt.
And then they're gone. And then just no more.
They're done.
Yeah. You always have to adapt. You always have to move with the times. It is what it is. And that being said, I have to adapt to my schedule and my time, and I must go. But everybody, thank you for joining us for this episode of Pizza Time. Good news episode. Check out back for more. Next week, Moon Knight. We'll be covering Moon Knight on our next one. Maybe a little bit of the Northman on our socials, maybe.
Yeah, but maybe a summer movie preview before.
There we go. Oh, that's a good one. We should do that. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's do that.
Yes, sir.
All right. Exciting stuff coming up the pipeline. Everybody, thank you so much, Alex. Thank you, and have a good weekend, everybody.